gratitude for the opportunity to listen and to serve our community. We pray for our commissioners and county leaders. We ask for your guidance and wisdom as these men and women make decisions that impact the lives of those living within the boundaries of our county. Grant these leaders the strength to act with integrity and compassion, always seeking the common good and the well-being of all who call this county their home. Help us all to listen today with open hearts and minds, to respect diverse perspectives, and to work together in harmony and unity. May our commissioners be mindful of their responsibilities as stewards of all the resources they are entrusted to manage. Bless their efforts to improve the quality of life for all residents of your county, and may their actions be guided by the principles of justice, fairness, and compassion. We humbly ask for your continued support and guidance as our leaders carry out their duties and responsibilities.
Okay, we'll move on to item number 2 on the agenda.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the February 21st, 2024 Board of Commissioners meeting as submitted.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We'll move on to the Chief Clerk's report.
Good morning.
Good morning.
First thing I'd like to do is invite Claire Dahl up to speak to items on the consent agenda. And I'll make a note that this will be Claire's last time coming up to talk about this, because we do have a new Executive Director of Human Services, Melissa Leathery. If she could raise her hand. She's about a week and a half into it. We're very excited to have her. So she'll be working with Claire, but Claire, do the honors.
All right. Hey, good morning.
Morning.
So, all right. So today is actually a pretty light day for the consent agenda. It's just some adjustments to foster care rates as well as.
Okay, it is a short agenda.
It is short. So.
Okay, thanks.
Easy one for my last last time.
There you go.
Thank you. A couple items I just wanted to highlight that are on the agenda. Number 2 on the agenda is the purchase of a robot for the District Attorney's Quick Response Team. They've used similar robots over the last 10 to 12 years. They're small portable devices about the size of an old coffee can. They're used to enter potentially violent or volatile situations, to give them real-time video feed to make sure that it's safe to enter. So that is purchase number 2 on the agenda. Item number 4 I wanted to highlight is a mail scanner for the prison. What this is going to do is going to give us the ability to scan mail for contraband, limiting the chances of different dangerous materials entering the prison. Currently, we physically copy all legal mail that comes in as a protective measure, so this mail scanner and its capabilities will also save a tremendous amount of staff time as well. So a very good purchase there. Item number 7 is a contract for an audit on behalf of the Controller's Office. This is part of the annual requirements every year, so we are essentially bringing in this company to perform the standard audits that we typically do. Natasha, if you want to add anything, you're more than welcome to.
That was great.
Okay. The last item I wanted to highlight was item number 8, which is a grant application for a land acquisition. This is another piece of our Fairview Township property. We've had a couple items on recent agendas. The county's purchasing a number of acres up in Fairview Township near the river, and all of those purchases are going to be done by grant money, so we're not paying out of pocket of any county dollars for that. So the item number 8 is one of the grant applications that's related to that land acquisition.
Okay. Any questions for Greg? Okay. I'll open it up for any public comment that's related to agenda items. Seeing none, move on to the consent agenda.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda items for the Office of Children, Youth, and Families.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Move on to new business.
I make a motion to approve items 1 through 13 on today's agenda.
I'll second the motion.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. There were no executive sessions since our last meeting. Today, we're joined with our friends from the American Red Cross to recognize and celebrate American Red Cross Month. I have the honor today to read the proclamation, so I will do that, and then I believe Laura Burke, who's the Executive Director for the Central Pennsylvania chapter, is going to come up and share a few words. And I am a blood donor for folks watching. It's really not a painful process. It's a very easy thing to do. And they feed you afterwards. Okay, so the proclamation is in recognition of American Red Cross Month, March 2024. Whereas during American Red Cross Month in March, we recognize the compassion of people in York County and reaffirm our commitment to care for one another in times of crisis. And this generous spirit is woven into the fabric of our community and advances the humanitarian legacy of the American Red Cross founder, Clara Barton, one of the most honored women in our country's history, who nobly dedicated herself to alleviating suffering. Today, kind-hearted individuals in our community exemplify Barton's commitment as they step through the American Red Cross Central Pennsylvania chapter to provide a beacon of hope for our friends and our neighbors in need. Through their voluntary and selfless contributions, they make a life-saving difference in people's darkest hours, whether it's delivering shelter, food, and comfort during disasters, providing critical blood donations for hospital patients, supporting military families, veterans, and caregivers through the unique challenges of service, saving lives with first aid, CPR, and other skills, or delivering aid and reconnecting loved ones separated by global crisis. Whereas we hereby recognize the month of March in honor of all those who lead with their hearts to serve people in need, and we ask everyone to join in this commitment to strengthen our community. Now, therefore, we, the Commissioners of York County, Pennsylvania, do hereby proclaim the month of March 2024 to be American Red Cross Month in York County, and encourage all citizens of York County to reach out and support its humanitarian mission. So with that, I'll ask Laura to come up and share a few words. And others.
Others.
And others.
Always, always. Well, thank you very much for proclaiming March as Red Cross Month. This is an annual tradition that has been going on for over 80 years since Franklin Roosevelt issued the first one. It's a great month to recognize those who support our humanitarian mission, including our volunteers, our donors, our community partners, our government partners. It's a time where we can all unify around our Red Cross mission. I did share some information with you around some notable impact we've had in York County, but I just want to call out a few, and then I'll allow my friends here, actually, it's my board members and community volunteer leaders to kind of share a few words on their behalf, because this month is about the volunteers, and the people you see behind me are volunteer leaders with this organization. We have 96 volunteers in York County supporting our mission. It is a county of high activity. When I say high activity, heavy disaster response, we have a lot of blood drives, which is a positive thing. We collect a lot of units of blood in York County, and we certainly want to make sure that we're doing our part to prepare the community for event of home fires. So installing free smoke alarms in homes, providing home fire safety education to both adults and to students is a really important piece of what our mission is and what we'd love to see continue in York County. I mentioned our blood collection. We've collected 3,092 units of blood since July 1, just in York County alone. If you've watched the news, you've seen that there's always an emergency appeal for blood. York County steps up in those times of need, so I want to thank the county on behalf of the Red Cross. Some areas where we'd love to see some growth. Obviously, you know, great blood collection, we'd always love to see that grow. Anything we can do to help promote those needs, certainly would love to explore that. Always wanting to build and develop our volunteers. Our volunteer opportunities are vast, every level of expertise, and we have volunteer opportunities that are more behind the screen and some that are very much community facing. So if anybody's considering volunteerism, the Red Cross is a great home for it, and I know I'll let these folks talk a little bit about that. And I finally want to just say we want to grow our community collaboration. How can the Red Cross be a good partner in solving community and neighborhood needs? Let's start to think about that as we move forward into this year, next year, and the next year. How can the Red Cross leverage some of our strengths to meet community needs? I'll turn over to Kevin Sunday, who's a chair of our board of directors, and then to say a few words on behalf of our volunteer base.
Oh, Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Commissioners. It's an honor to be back in my home county, York County. Graduated Dallas 10 in '04, and always appreciate just the chance to thank the community volunteers of the Red Cross. It's very much a volunteer-delivered organization, whether that's collecting blood, responding to folks in an emergency, going door to door with the smoke alarm installs, where we just sort of canvass a neighborhood with a bucket of smoke alarms, and when people see the Red Cross logo on the vest, even though it's a total stranger, they invite them into their homes and say, give us as many as you can. It's also an organization that helps veterans. This is a very veteran-heavy and volunteer in the fire service community to help folks who maybe they have a family issue back home navigate the process to come back. And that's a line of service that not a lot of folks know about the Red Cross, but for the ones that I talk to, you can see the tears well up in their eyes when they say, thank you for getting, my son home from a forward base in Afghanistan in 36 hours when his son was sick. So I want to say thank you again for the opportunity to honor the volunteers who serve your community. So thank you.
Good morning. My name is Mark Pavich. I actually work at the Red Cross, but I'm also community volunteer leader for York County. And as Laura had mentioned earlier, I'm very much looking forward to getting involved in some of the initiatives that are going on here in York County. I'm a resident of Southern York County, so York County has been home for me for well over 20 years. Being originally a Pennsylvania person, I have roots in all parts of the state, as many people know who know me know, but I very much look forward to collaborating with other volunteers as well as other officials within our county to help make a difference for residents of York County.
And Shane Patterson, Dover Township resident. Again, I'd just like to thank the board for this proclamation and recognition of the Red Cross today. In my role with the Red Cross, I focus on two areas. One is services to armed forces, and Kevin just spoke about that. So if we have service folks overseas, getting them back home for family emergencies. York County volunteers, ways we can give back. Annually, we have a Christmas card drive. So if you're a veteran and maybe in the hospital, that type of thing, it's neat to get a Christmas card from a second or third grader that volunteered through their school to do that. So there's some really cool stuff going on. The other area I get to focus on is philanthropy. So thank you to York County for giving of your talents and also of your treasure. York is very generous to the Red Cross, both at the individual level as well as the business level. So we're very grateful for that support from York County. And again, thank the commissioners today.
Great. Thanks for coming. Okay, I will open it up for any public comment. Seeing none, if I could have a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of adjourning signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, we are adjourned, and we will move on to salary board.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the February 21st, 2024 salary board meeting as submitted.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. I will open it up for any public comment related to agenda items. Seeing none, move on to item number 4.
I make a motion to approve the positions, salaries, hours of work, and fringe benefits as provided by existing collective bargaining agreements or as set forth in the York County Employee Handbook or York County Policy Manual for the following departments and rail offices as stated below, with no additional benefits or concessions unless otherwise noted, and there is listed in the agenda.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. There were no executive sessions since our last meeting. I'll open it up once again for any public comment. Seeing none, if I could have a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of adjourning signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, we are adjourned. Thanks, everyone, and enjoy this beautiful March 6th day.